Hello guys.
Only fix the pants?
So
Not
today
tonight.
it's gonna be silk song for the channel. What is this gonna be? It's gonna be the rest of this day is gonna be for silk song
Definitely
only.
with Midwest winters, they can be brutal. Out of the blue, the temperature just dropped, and now I'm a little bit worried. And I think that's one of the big
I'm trying to get the payroll.
is making sure that we are set up and survive. That's the trick. These hives have been struggling since we installed them back in the spring.
Pay those to get there. Alright.
It's too small. They're gonna freeze and die. By supplementing now, we can sustain healthy population levels over the winter.
So I've been feeding them. We're continuing to eat all of that. They've taken so much. So I'm going to feed this.
Oh my god, we're gonna see the first appearance of Nos.
Not so much activity here. This is really a tale of two hives. We just have one hive that seems to be doing quite a bit better than the other hive. So I don't know how to keep these bees alive over the winter. These bee colonies have to be super robust and healthy in order to survive long, cold Michigan winters with limited food supply. As much as I've learned on my journey in beekeeping, I really could use an expert's help. Michigan State has this really great program. There's a woman there. Her name is Megan, and I'm really hoping she's going to be able to come and help walk me through how to best set these guys up.
Money.
What are you doing? There's a lot to get done here to make sure these cows are going to stay where they need to stay this winter because they're going to want to stay warm. They're going to go hunt for food. We need to make sure we keep them here. So we definitely need to get this done prior to winter. It never ends on a farm. We all have our
Go
own
all the
role
way
to play
down.
in this farm, and the more hands, the merrier it is. I take on fixing fences. Charles takes on responsibility for the animals and also responsibility of continuing to dream of the farm. She takes on the bees, she takes on the garden, and there's Doc, and then he tells us what to do. What we were to what we are now in a short amount of time, I can only imagine what we can do in the course of the next 10 years.
Alright.
Hello, Today we have an excellent beekeeper, Megan from Michigan State, coming to help us with our hives. What are you going to wear? Probably this. I haven't developed a level of comfort for the bees yet, but I can check on them without being fully suited up. So you're not going to put on any special pants? No, these are special pants. Oh. That's cool. Hives are here. How cute. One hive has been looking really good. They've been feeding on the sugar water. The other hive, I just don't see the level of activity that I feel like we should see.
All right. The equipment is the hive, and the colony is the animal. But a lot of times people like use them interchangeably. Like the functioning animal is the superorganism, and these bees are going to not live for very long. And like the beautiful creature that lives for years is the superorganism.
Fascinating. I hadn't thought of it as a superorganism concept previously, but it makes perfect sense. It's not just about the survival of the individual bees, but rather the colony as a whole.
Alright, let's go.
I'm worried we haven't done as well, but I have been supplementing with sugar water, and it is completely gone.
Yeah. So this time of year, like they need gallons of syrup. So if they are taking it in, you kind of want it to never run dry.
So in other words, like the outdoors, maybe even twice a day is needed.
When we inspect, we usually look for whether or not there's a queen and she's laying, whether or not there's sufficient food, and then disease. We'll do a mic check to see if there's right for there.
Okay, great. I'm so glad you're able to help me with this. If I'm doing something not correctly, please let me know because I've been reading, but that doesn't always mean it's the right thing.
You're doing fine. All right, we can keep
It's fine now.
definitely bring it in forward. So the queen is most likely in here So I'm going to pull out a frame closer to the outside because she's less likely to be on an outside frame.
I'm gonna actually take one of those.
Holy.
You're supposed to be doing this.
Whoa.
Yeah, because you can't see disease.
Pathetic to me. You're pathetic to be me.
You see it's us.
Oh,
So what we have here is
like I'm about to incinerate your HP.
so egg, larva, and pupa.
There's a baby hunting right here. It's so cool. Once these baby bees emerge, they'll survive through the winter in freezing cold weather. So we need them to be as healthy as possible to meet that challenge. And so the eggs that you're seeing, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
That's a good thing. So the reason we look for eggs is because it's only eggs for 3 days. So I know that there was a queen in there at least in the last 3 days.
Okay.
You can see these
GG.
fuzzy ones are the brand new ones. But see, so she has a really there under her underside. So you see that sitting there?
Yeah.
That's a varroa mite. The biggest risk to them is the varroa mite because the thing about these mites is they're just the perfect killer.
Varroa mites are this nasty little parasite that feeds on honeybees. If they're not treated, they can destroy an entire colony. And because I can see them with my naked eye, that means this infestation is really great, and that is not a good thing for these hives.
You see where it's attached, feeding on their fat body? So physically, that's biting through her cuticle, and then it's transmitting viruses, but it's also going to feed on fat.
Now it's time to fight again.
So that's not good.
Right.
I just hope our shade is somewhere here and not in the fight.
So we're gonna grab Teddy.
Did I speak?
You know, I played on these rocks, need a name. This guy's Teddy.
I can only wait to see how Charles wants it placed. Probably like straight up.
The last big project we need to finish before winter sets in is Bat's Garden, which we'll be planting first thing next spring. The pot and waterfall are finished, but we still need to construct the garden boxes, lay the gravel, do a little decorating.
It's definitely the biggest rock we've
Yes,
got.
bro.
I'll grab some big rocks, buddy. Don't worry, Daddy will save you. Let me get the sky track.
I
I
can't
think
really serve ours. This guy isn't generating it.
this weighs more than a ball.
Fast as fuck.
Sure.
Man, I'm not gonna say if it's useful here.
I hit you in the face. I'm fine.
See,
No, I'm fine.
maybe make some sense into you. I was really worried Charles maybe got hurt. But he gave that rock a good fight. Thankfully, he's got a hard head.
We basically lost him, but if
I'm fine.
he was a mimic.
It's varroa mites.
Yes.
I mean, it's a huge
It's a day off, and I'll say fuck it
huge.
in the broken vessel.
Bees are heavily parasitized and they're heavily
So we need to switch our charms up a bit. We need wayward compass. Soul catcher, nah. Just silly.
Right.
So that's not good.
I would recommend treating them. You want to make sure your animal is never unhealthy.
So it's an upgraded soul catcher. Let's use shaman stone.
Okay, so this is the one that you said was just smaller.
Let's try not to go mouth.
Holy smokes! This one has like a ton on the side.
Yeah,
So we might need to replace.
Expected, to be honest.
that's a good thing.
Do we need to test them for mites?
Oh,
Know already
that's fast.
that the risk to this hive is really high. And also, when you're treating one hive, you want to treat everybody in the yard.
All right, so we
Or
have
the shape.
mite treatment.
This is formic acid. It's pretty heavy duty. I'll lay down the super in it.
Turn me.
But the fact that you now know the issue is what's allowing you to save the rest.
And like you said, the superorganism for it to survive.
I think I should use the same kit I used against the radiant. Because this shit is tough.
So keep doing that. Disease. I didn't see signs of anything else, and besides the mites, it looked pretty good.
So it sounds like the bees have a fighting chance to survive the winter, but I'm really gonna have to keep on top of this. Oh my gosh, this has been fantastic. I've taken in so much knowledge.
It was fun for me too.
Can't believe how much I've learned today.
With 1 HP we somehow beat them. And what I feel is the breakable vessel. The unbreaking vessel. The payload.
We go like this. We should go like bull rock.
That's fine shit. Right?
Is it can it stay like that? It's kind of cool.
Well, if we did,
Another just technique I'll believe and fuck you.
it's like bull rock.
Like kind of like a bull.
Hey, Teddy the bull. Teddy the bull it is. Hello.
Shamans don't really say that cheats.
Yeah. So we like it kind of like this, like a bowl.
Teddy the bull. To have a bull in the center of your garden, how awesome is that? Seriously.
Like that.
That's our basic term.
Stand this off. I have a great idea.
You lay out your
I
garden
don't really
plots.
those
Set
and
boxes, you can decide exactly where you want those, and then we'll move this. That's why we don't want to spend time to do it right now, because even though we like to do things twice at the farm, and we're really good at doing things twice at the farm,
That's twice. Oh.
yeah.
Measure twice, cut once, then go to get another one and cut it.
It's about the way we do things. So before it starts raining, we're gonna rock this.
So this will be the last check before spring because we want them to seal up their hive and be ready for winter. I don't want to do a lot of disturbance before the weather
and
turns.
finally, we're back here.
We applied a miticide treatment to both colonies. It has a really high success rate of killing reproducing mites. So hopefully we've given these bees the best chance to survive the winter. I'm going to continue to feed them some syrup here in the top. Just as long as they'll take it, I'm going to keep feeding. I think that's the key. Now, try this side, see what's going on. But we're going to have a look-see and get that.
Hello.
So happy. There's a whole bunch of bees in here enjoying sugar syrup. Being responsible for the bees has really created for me an area on the farm that is sort of just for me. When something becomes my responsibility, I get smart on it, I figure it out, I figure out what needs to be done, and then I do the best I can to be successful at it. Let me grab a sugar water. And so being out there with Megan provided me that support that I needed to kind of understand what I was seeing.
I'm gonna go to Staggers.
All right, this is fantastic.
So why not?
The bees look really good, and I don't have to have 20,000 bees that survive. It's just like a happy bunch enough with a queen to keep the colony alive. And I think we're about as ready for winter as we can be. I would never have taken this suit off and come out here without that.
It's an easy shortcut to fucking Howling's Crest.
Working with Megan, she was also just slow and steady and very calm. And that just reassured me that it's okay to be that way and to be right in their midst and just
Howling's Crest is one of my
perspective
favorite
and mentality, and it's fine. They're going to hopefully stay warm, cozy, and well fed.
We've been to winter preparation. We still need to build the garden boxes, lay the gravel, and place Teddy the bull. All before we get hit with the first winter storm.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so I just kind of roughly laid these out. We got our four 4x8s. We got our four 4x4s.
No, not too tight here. I don't want this crowded.
Good. I like that.
I think that's good distance.
Yeah.
That would be something we would want to do and have planned for without having to like relocate.
Alright,